Hi, today I want to tell you about a book I really enjoyed called Bluff by Willa Nash. And the reason I really enjoyed this book, it's a marriage of convenience trope, which is hard to pull off. And it made me think deep thoughts about realistic tropes and the success of novels. So some tropes are just super realistic. Friends to lovers, everybody knows friends to lovers stories in their own life, right? But I bet it'd be hard for you to name a marriage of convenience that you know in real life. And so that makes that trope just a little harder to pull off and maybe a little hokey. And so how does Willa Nash do this so that I'm so invested from the very beginning and I feel that the book is real to me? And the way that works is that the characters are just so real. She did such a great job of developing both of them, so it doesn't matter that the situation they're in is a little strange, because I believe that these people exist and that they have these problems and these emotions, because she makes it so possible for me to do that. And the hero is a really sympathetic character who yearns for his daughter, so he has that empathy right up front. He's been to prison, which is so interesting because it doesn't make him unlikable at all. He owns his mistake that sent him there from the very beginning, and it's very trustworthy. He wasn't wrongfully imprisoned. It's not somebody else's fault. He just owns it in, a sentence or two. And I bought it. I believed it. And then he's also given a sensitive man's job, and I'll let you read the book to discover it, because that also says something else about him, which is super fun. And another thing I really liked about The Bluff, and it's set in this small town out west, a mountain town. And I also feel like small towns, even though they're everywhere in the world, are sometimes strange in romance. A small town in romance can feel really like a bubble world, where there's somebody who's the successful florist for a town that seems to have like 7 people in it. So there's the too small factor, or if you make the town bigger and give it big city problems, then it loses that small town feel. So it's really hard to walk that line. And in this book, The Calamity is the name of the town, which is a great name. Come on, that's the best. But it feels slightly claustrophobic, and there's just enough of a little bit of real world grit to make it feel like a place that exists in the world. So I loved the small town feeling of this book, and I think she did a great job with the one town bar where everyone goes, and that one cafe where you're going to run into just the wrong person on Sunday if you go there with your family. And it was really fun, and I thought this was great, and I blew off a morning of work finishing it instead of writing my own. So there you go. I hope you enjoy it. Hey! Thanks for watching this video in the How to Write a Romance Novel series. Like most people, I mostly read books for fun, but every once in a while I string together a couple of lucid thoughts about what a romance novel should be and when one is excellent, and that's why I share them with you. So thanks a ton!